And here we go. Glorious Sunday to you all. Second part of our doubleheader. Glorious Mother's Day Championship Sunday to you all. I'm Dean Gartelos here at Ice Ranch. With me, as always, my friend and colleague,
Jeremy Griffiths.
And the man behind the camera, our good friend, Ed Tucker. Good to have you back here, my friend. They can't hear you, but we see you and we appreciate you. And as the clock winds down, we will get out of here shortly, but I will say one more time, today's game brought to you by all the hockey moms here with us today and listening in, and all the hockey grandmas and hockey aunts and all of the amazing women in our lives that make this work. Thank you so much. You have put your heart and soul into these players, and hopefully they'll return the favor tonight in this championship opportunity. So you heard that buzzer sound, the puck's got to the bucket, and the boys gather at the cage. A little bit of encouragement from the leadership of this squad. They're going to have to get at it and go hard. Jeremy.
Somebody said they're not hearing sound, but I think they are now.
Question to you, my friend. I saw what we did this afternoon. Like to build on that for tonight. We know this opponent, familiar foe. We played them up in Breckenridge before. What do you want to see out of these Cougars to get this done today?
We got to get a jump on them early. A solid start, getting the puck moving early, making sure the guys are getting full stride and hitting everybody. The timing's right, passes are tape to tape. Just making sure the gears are aligned in the early stages of the game will make this easier for us. On the defensive side of the puck, we want to make sure we're getting into the middle of the ice, taking away any opportunities early. Making sure that we're trying to shut everything down in the neutral zone, not waiting until our defensive end to keep them from having opportunities. It looks like we're going to be doing the national anthem here, too, as well.
You know, I love that, and there's no better way to start a championship opportunity than to hear our nation's song.
For copyright reasons, you at home may not hear it.
But I will say this.
And we'll spare you singing.
In the arena, rise and remove cover.
All right, and that is a first. They were having audio trouble broadcasting.
And I will just say that's one of the more beautiful renditions I've heard. You heard these student athletes in unison sing our nation's anthem. And if that doesn't get you ready for this, I don't know what does.
That is a first. That is a first for me.
So there is nothing quite so great as a championship opportunity, Jeremy.
You know, every game is important. Every game the boys get up for. Every game the boys have their little rituals that they do, and they anxiously await the chance to play in front of their friends and their family. But championship games are different. Championship games are the ones where you show up and you want to bring your best, and you live for these moments. These are the ones you work hard for.
Indeed, the down payment has been made. Let's see if it pays off. Pitter patter. Let's get at her. Let's play some hockey. Face off, won by the Militia. Into the neutral zone. Right back, out. Militia will try it again. They'll dump it in behind the cage. Griffiths is there first. Gives it right up the near boards to Jennings. One touch up to Sullivan in the neutral zone. Militia will regroup and put it right back in. Bounce off the end boards. Griffiths will pick it up once more. Takes a look. Up and out. Jennings gets the red line. Back check on him immediately. And they're going to call it offsides. And that'll get us set out here in the neutral zone at the dot right below us. I see Samador, Jennings, Sullivan, Griffiths, and Sharkey.
Yep. Good example of what we want to see here with that pace moving and see the guys get those gears lined up early. A little tip pass, one touch pass, little far in front of Brady Sullivan as he was breaking through the neutral zone. And we want to get those timing passes down.
Samador, face-off won by the Militia into the zone. Jennings will press. So will Sullivan. Off the boards ahead, all the way down. They're going to say that puck's alive. Griffiths there. Forecheck coming hard. Gives it right around the near boards. Kept in at the point. Puck open to the far side. Griff will skate to it. Good poke there. They're offsides. Griffiths gathers it. Comes to Sharkey. Sharkey crossways. Militia hop the pass. They put it on net. Nope. Pushed wide. Samador moves it to the corner. Back behind the net. Shot off of Samador's shoulder to the far boards. Sullivan will reel it in. Gets it up and out of the zone. Poked forward. Jennings right at the blue line. Over to Sharkey. Steps by one. Pass up to Kukic. Into the zone. Onside play. Shot. Turned aside by the goalie. Kukic is there to press. Front of the net. Up to the high slot. Finn. Ipson. Pushed it down low. Militia will look to clear it out. The far boards up. Kept in at the point by Ipson. Towards the net. Redirected. And the goalie will reel it in and cover it to get the whistle.
First two shots of the game owned by the Cherokee Trail Cougars here. And starting to find their rhythm. If I was going to take a guess right now, I say this game is going to be about depth. The Cherokee Trail Cougars have several lines that can go. I think we've seen their best line over there on the Mountain Militia side, and it looks like their second line dropped off considerably as far as skill goes, so we'll see what happens from here on out.
Golas steps to the dot, wins it back to Brady Finn. He'll dump it deep into the corner. Pushed by Golas. Finn there as well. Militia moves the neutral zone. Onside play, pushed wide by Wisman. Backhanded towards the net. They move it to the point. Shot doesn't get through. Still loose. Militia will try it again, to the point again. Shot, tipped, all the way to the corner. Wisman's there first. He'll give it a ride up to the high slot. Militia's there. Shot coming. Doesn't get through. Shot, save, and no rebound. Gartelos holds on, gets the whistle. And that'll get us set for a face-off defensive zone. I see Tucker, Kukic, Sharkey, Alfie, and Emmons. And the ref says, both y'all head out. Let's get two new face-off men in. Kukic steps in. He wins it back. Picked up by Sharkey. He'll wheel behind, pass up to Emmons. He'll grab it, gets the neutral zone. Ahead to Tucker, into the zone. Pushed out by the Militia. They try to one-touch ahead. Knocked off the puck by Tucker. Into the zone. Kukic shot off their guy to Tucker. Austin to get down low. Kukic is there too. Centering pass doesn't get through. Pushed up at the red line and the blue line. Into the zone. Emmons right back with them. Shot, save, rebound. They're whacking at the goalie, and Sharkey says, cut that out. Michael had that post sealed, took a few extra whacks in the process. Couple of nifty saves, and we will get set with fresh legs.
Got to be careful on the flybys here. We're having our stick out and kind of skating by the guy with the puck. We need to make sure that we're centering on the center of mass and going body to body on these guys. There's not going to be enough room for one or two mistakes out here.
Face-off is contested. Sharkey puts it behind the cage to the near boards. Push down low. Carter grabs it. To the slot. Shot! Got a piece of it. Put it just wide. Good save. Here we go. Sullivan carries at the red line. Jennings. Stick handles by one into the zone. To the corner, to the wall. Samador steps up to it. Sharkey gets back to his point. Samador behind the cage. The Militia chip it up and out. Back into the neutral zone right below us here. And that looks like icing. Comes the defensive zone face-off over to Gartelos' left.
A little less than 5 minutes rolled off the clock here.
Golas, Finn, and Lembke, along with Ipson and Griffiths. And Jeremy, when we get a chance, I want you to tell me why they keep kicking guys out of the face-off circle.
All right.
Face-off one, Griffiths behind the cage. Up to Lembke. We got numbers. Let's go. On net, put aside. The goalie's going to freeze it. He saw we had numbers too. And that'll give us an offensive zone face-off.
So what's going on is the referees, they must have had some referee seminar where they are worried about players behind the referee, where the referee's dropping the puck, encroaching on the face-off circle. Because if there is any infringement there, they are kicking out that center.
Understood. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Militia move ahead with it. They got numbers. Back check's got to get moving. Offside play. Back check forced that extra move at the blue line, Jeremy, as you talked about earlier today, and put them off sides.
Gotta love it when a plan comes together.
Just like you called it. Face off outside the zone at the far dot. Golas, Lembke, Finn, Ipson, Griffiths. Golas pushes it forward. He'll press it. Picked up. There we go. Kyle into the zone. Has it poked away. Back to neutral zone. Militia put it in deep. Ipson's there first. Away from pressure. Up to the point. Shot. Blocked to the corner. Golas pushed it around the far boards. Stopped at the point. Shot. Blocked. That one hurt. Blocking shots, I've said it before, it's a labor of love. Ipson felt that one. He'll get to the bench, hopefully no worse for the wear. And that looks like it's going to be icing. Sharkey will come in.
Hudson's jumping up and down like he just got it, a little chili pepper on the inside edge of his foot. So hopefully he'll just walk it off and be right back out there.
That would be what we want. Face off by the Militia to the point. Shot wide. Near side now. Cup it out. Tucker on the move. Has Kukic with him. Front side. Shot. Save. Rebound. Loose. Behind the cage. Here comes the Militia the other way. On sides. Pushed wide. Wisman's with him. So's Tucker. Sharkey stays home. Point. Oh boy. Tipped right at the last second. Michael got a blocker on it. Sharkey, ahead we go. I'm sorry, a pad, not a blocker. With speed, on sides. Sharkey goes wide. Pass, backside. And that's a goal! Cherokee trail goal! Oh, captain, my captain, Carter Sharkey. Puck in the back of the net. And it is 1-0, Cougars.
As the Cherokee Trail team goes through their high five celebration here, on the other side of the ice, the Mountain Militia are looking at each other because that goal went in off their defenseman. He tipped it right past the goaltender, right in the 5-hole.
Yes, he did.
So, but
it happens.
As we've said so many times, it does not matter how; it just matters how many.
Samador steps to the dot. Face off is contested. Militia pulls it out. You know they're going to be hot to get it back. They move in onside, push wide by Logan. Sullivan picks his pocket, moves it up to Jennings, and down the ice. That looks like it's going to be icing, and it is. That'll get us set in the defensive zone. But hey, first score. I love to see that for our Cougars.
And Hudson Ipson back out on the ice. Looks like he's skating off that block shot. Just lit him up a little bit. Got a little nerve stinger.
Yep, happens that way. Tough kid. You know if there's any way he can go, he's gonna. Samador steps to the dot. Wins it to the boards, to the point. They try to chip it in. Ipson controls it, moves it ahead to Samador. Oh, played by there at the boards. He comes in, onside play, pulls up high. Shot coming. Save, rebound, loose. Still loose. Pushed up and out by Alfie. Good squad effort there, defense and goalie. That'll do, keep working. Militia will retreat behind their own cage. Forecheck from Sullivan. They cycle it to the corner, right towards their own net. Goalie's a little bit weary of his defenseman.
They just ran about 3 consecutive reverses. The thing about a drop pass is if you drop it, somebody's got to pick it up.
And push right back in, onside play, forecheck from Samador. Goalie chips it backhanded up the boards. Alfie's there, puts it right back down low. Far corner, Samador gathers it, goes by their guy. They try to pull him down and pin him to the wall. Jennings joins the fray, chips it to the point. Ipson have a shot. Nope, back down to Jennings, to the corner, to Sullivan. Militia look to break out. Boy, they try to fly that zone. We have to pay attention to that. Boy, forearm shiver from their guy away from the play. Wrong sport, bud. Jennings down to the point, put down low to the corner. Militia will try to break out one more time. Again, they try to fly that zone. Ipson peels the puck away. D to Alfieri, working in the corner. Battling on the boards now. Centering pass, backhanded shot, blocker to side. Ipson's right there, puts it down low. Samador pushed it up to the point. They come D to D. Jennings is there and bangs it up and out. Sullivan moves down the boards, onside play. Poke check. Militia grabbed it. Good play there from Sharkey. Cut off the pass. Moves in onside. They try to grab him. They cannot. Splits their guys. They're still holding on to him. Shot. Save. Loose. Shot again. And that's a goal! Oh, captain. My captain. That is goal number 2 for number 81, Carter Sharkey. And that is a 2-0 Cougar lead.
When you're feeling it, you're feeling it. Carter Sharkey is clearly feeling it. 2 touches and 2 through the wickets to the back of the net. That's a pretty good start for a defenseman coming out leading with 2 goals.
That'll do. Let's keep it going now. Golas, face-off is contested. Militia, back to the D. Gets in. Sharkey's there. Reels it in behind the cage. Forecheck on him. Second forechecker. Move to the boards to Lembke. Backhands it up and out of the zone. Militia will try it again. Down to the corner. Up and out. Tape to Lembke. Drilling's with him. What's the whistle for?
Not quite sure. It did not
They're
look
going to put
offside.
Dakota in the box for reasons I don't know. They will tell us, I'm sure. A slash. I'm sure it was. They say you always get the guy that retaliates. I don't see Dakota initiating, but it's going to happen.
I don't know. I was looking at the coach's body language over there. One coach was tapping his temple, so obviously thinking it's a mental error.
Special teams got to be special here. Short-handed opportunity, puck to the point, down to the wall, back to the point. They try to set it up, D to D, walk into the circle. Shot, save, rebound, pushed up and out. It's a loose puck. Sullivan races towards it. So is the Militia. He's right there with them. Sullivan towards the net, save. Militia's going to try it again now.
Exciting push there.
Yeah, it was. Put right back down the ice. The Militia's going to have to try it again. Harassment from Samador. Now by Sullivan with speed at the blue line. Pushed wide by Ipson. To the point. Shot. Save. No, blocked. Didn't even get through. Good defensive effort there. Keep working, Alfie. Here they come again. To the dot. They try to set it up halfway through the PK. Puck in the circle loose. To the hash mark. Shot. Doesn't get through. Block. Shot. Save. Rebound. Loose. Save again. And away. Up and down the ice. That's what I'm talking about. Fantastic effort there. Goalie and D. Keep it working.
Yeah, excellent job there by Michael, being able to find that puck that was lingering around in the crease and poking it to the corner.
Fantastic job by everybody involved, and the Militia will try it again. Jennings right with them, steals that puck away. He'll turn and move the puck up to the neutral zone. Militia hops it. They get in, but lost an edge. They come back in onside, pushed wide by Wisman. They circle back. Final moments. They look to wrap. To the point. D to D. High slot. Shot. Tip. Save. And frozen. No rebound. And away. Gartelos with the save. Sharkey with the protection. And the ref saying, hey, I get it. Well played. 3 seconds remain in this PK. Let's go, boys. Golas at the faceoff. And once more, they will boot the blue faceoff out. Faceoff won by Golas. Puck behind the cage. Wisman's there. Peeled back by Sharkey. He'll pitchfork it up and out. Penalty over. Penalty killed. Cougars full strength. Wisman up the boards and down the ice. That looks like icing, where the ref agrees, and that'll put us into our zone to Michael's left.
Coach is on the bench, still letting Griffiths have it for that penalty, tapping the temple, and so he's going to have to tighten it up a little. There's two. We have 4 officials on the ice. We have 2 linesmen and 2 referees, so he's going to have to make sure and keep track of what's happening behind the play. Make sure he doesn't do something silly.
Carter Sharkey, oh boy, front door shot, save, post sealed, turned aside, out of way, Michael, keep working. Sharkey comes out with it, splits their guys, up ahead to Finn, gets the red line, off their guy's shin guards, drop to Sharkey, another centering pass, Finn, behind the net to Sharkey, back to Finn, to the near side to Golas. Up high, Golas leaves it for Sharkey. At the dot, Sharkey pushes towards the cage. Militia will peel it off and try to put it up and out. Kept in by Ipson. Little back and forth here. Into the corner, Finn will press. Forecheck in force. Out of way, Brady Finn comes out with it. Near side centering pass. Shot, save, rebound, loose. Goalless again. Up to the point, dumped down low by Griffiths. Militia will pick it up, try to move ahead with it. Lembke will gather it in, checks his shoulder, moves it by one guy, has it swept to the boards. Militia come up ahead. Wide. They can't get it towards the net. Griffiths, fantastic play there. Keep working 4-1. Samador moves it ahead. Militia's there, moves it down low. Picked up by Ipson. He'll get behind the cage. Hits the brakes, puts it to the far wall. Militia's there. They try to cycle it to the corner. Centering pass, doesn't get through. High slot. Chipped ahead. Lembke with speed with Jennings. Pass doesn't get through. To the corner.
Yeah, opportunities are coming here for the Cherokee Trail Cougars, so I think we're going to be getting a couple more offensive opportunities here soon.
Here comes the Militia. Carter Sharkey right there. But they circle towards the dot. Shot up over the net. Near boards, up and out of the zone. Picked up by Sullivan. Caught an edge. Militia has it. Samador's there to press. Boy, a little slash by the goalie as he flew by. Back to the neutral zone. Got to clear the zone. We do. Puck's alive. 3:23 left in this first period. Near boards. Up ahead. Alfie. On sides. They try to move towards the slot. Picked off by Samador. Backhands it forward to Sullivan. Poked right ahead. Comes all the way near side. It's a race. Put into the zone. Puck's alive. Jennings is there. Oh, boy. Well played by Jennings. Protected the puck. Puck back to the neutral zone. Militia will try it again. With speed, they'll dump it deep. It'll ring around. Far side, Tucker's there, so's the forecheck. Kicked forward by Ipson. To the point. Shot. Blocked by Sharkey. Ipson. Little lob wedge up and down. Here we go. Emmons into the zone. To Kukic. Towards the net. That goalie puts that mitt down. Gets the whistle. 2:14 left in this first period. Cougars lead by 2.
Seeing a little bit of Hudson's genetic material there. His father was a former professional soccer player. Hudson kicking it up the boards there. We actually had the pleasure of having a meal with the Ipson family earlier today, so thank you for your hospitality. Just wanted to give him a shout out.
Good stuff. Tucker, shot, save, push to the boards. Kukic is there, checks his shoulder, comes out with it. Two of their guys poke it away. Emilio stays right with it. That pressure from 4-2 and 4-4 is impressive. Big hit after the puck's well gone. They want to finish their checks, Jeremy. Boy, they stuck a leg out there too. Okay. That's how it is. Going to have to play. Protect yourself and play strong. Militia up ahead. Into the zone. Drop pass. Top of the circle. Well read by Emmons. He'll chip it up and out. Militia will try it again. In, but not deep. Ipson plays it down to his stick. Short pass, tape to Lembke with Finn. Well played defensively by that guy. They move it ahead. Oh boy. High side. Good play there by Griffiths. Turned him wide. Sharkey comes out with it, puts it off the boards and up. Still in the zone. Griffiths gathers it, takes a step and a look. Plays it off their guy to himself. Leaves it for Golas, who'll move it ahead to the neutral zone. Fast clock on the wall, final minute. Up and into the netting by their guy. Face-off ought to come at least to the neutral zone.
Yep, the referee's pointing at center ice there. I think Mountain Militia trying to take an immediate lead there by going for the field goal.
Wrong game. And they're going to put that face-off to center ice, as you mentioned. I see Samador, Jennings, Sullivan, Sharkey, and Griffiths. Face-off, one. Sharkey to Griffiths. Ahead to Jennings, into the zone. That puck's alive. 30 seconds remain in the period. Militia moves it up the near boards. Back check on him immediately. They're going to try it again, 20 seconds now. Jennings is there, picked up. Puck still in. Jennings shot! Just missed the post. That'll come out of the zone. Sharkey will gather it in. 4 seconds, D to Griffiths. Crossways into the zone, and that will do it for period number 1. And that is a good period of hockey for these Cherokee Trail Cougars. Griff, I like what I see so far.
So that's the pace that I've been wanting to see out of this Cherokee Trail team. They can skate. They got a bunch of fast players. They can move the puck smartly, which you can. If you can move that puck quick and accurately, you can outmaneuver any team that's out on the ice. So I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Everything's looking good. They got a little momentum off a penalty kill. 2 good goals off of seeing eye pucks from Carter Sharkey's stick. everything's looking good. All the bounces seem to be going okay. Maybe a couple segments here or there where the play is a little bit slapstick, a little bit choppy. But for the most part, the flow of the game has been maintained, and we've kept our defensive shorts on. So that's good.
Yeah, no, it has been good hockey so far. I agree, a couple things to clean up on. But overall, good period. But, hey, something to improve upon for period number 2.
Yeah, so second period, we do have that long change. Remember, the goaltenders.
Yep, so keep going.
Goaltenders change nets. So we're going to have that long shift change, especially for the defensemen. So I look for the Cherokee Trail team to really manage their shifts, make sure they're getting every opportunity to change on the whistles, get fresh troops out, especially on the defensive side of the puck for their back line, their blue linesmen.
Yep, got to be smart about our shifts and our changes. But I like where this is headed. And Jeremy, that's the first period I believe we've been outshot by the other guys.
Yeah, it's good. And Michael's standing tall. Watching him with the puck in our zone, he's tracking the puck really well. He's really aware of where the puck is and aware of the threats around the net. And the defense is doing a good job of picking up those loose guys in front of the net, making sure nothing comes out. That
D squad has been special. I talk about them. It's the goalie, the 2 defensemen, and the centerman is that D squad, and they have been spectacular through these playoffs, and no less so right now. So got to pick it up and build on that. Find another gear as you get in, and a little goalie love there at center ice as Gartelos makes his way to the far side.
Yeah, and let's give credit to the forwards, too. That back pressure coming back from the offensive zone creates a lot of turnovers to where the defensemen don't even they pick up the loose change as the forwards do a good job poking the puck loose. So all around a commitment to defensive hockey.
100% true. Now, period 2, pitter-patter. Let's get at her. Let's play some hockey. Face-off won by the Cougars, pushed ahead to the boards now. Militia tries to open it up, goes crossways with it. Ipson hopped the pass, blue line onside play to Sullivan towards the net, save, and that's a goal! Oh my goodness, they're going to wave that off. Why? How do you wave off that goal? That is a good goal, and now a gift for the Militia. Okay. Hey, ref's prerogative.
So
I don't know.
Ref and Alani talking it over there, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Looked like a goal to me. They're going to say the ref lost sight of the puck, and he's supposed to blow the whistle. I get it, but that was a loose puck that hit the back of the net. All right, offensive zone. Samador to take the face-off. Wins it to the boards. Mountain Militia behind the cage. They'll go to the far side. Jennings right there. Oh, boy. They almost put it off Jennings into their own cage. And once more, Jennings is out of press. Attaboy Chandon. Samador picks it up. Circles to the point. Up and out. We got to clear the zone. We do. Puck's alive. Sullivan presses. Still in the zone. Chandon will carry it out. We regroup. In onside play. Sullivan circles away. Militia will bang it up and out to Ipson's waiting stick. Boy, funny bounce there. Hudson kept it, moved ahead to Sullivan, goes wide. They try to bump him off the puck. They cannot. They hold on to him. Physical play, puck up, kept in. Sharkey, shot, tipped.
Off the post.
Post, rang the bell. Here we go. Samador missed the 1-T. Militia tries to carry it out. They cannot. Samador keeps it in. Out of way, Logan. At the circle. Little hook. No call, no problem. Keep playing hockey. Puck in and out. Knocked into the zone. Behind the cage. Forecheck from Golas. Militia's with him. That long change is right now killing the Militia. They can't get one in. They can't get out of the zone. Sharkey there. Moves in. Wraps. Shot, save, rebound loose to the boards. They try to bang it up and down the ice. They're going to say that's not icing. Didn't touch it, but he tried, so okay. Militia gets a wholesale change. Ref hits the puck, keeps it in the neutral zone, and here we go. Puck's alive into the zone. Finn's there. They chip it ahead all the way down. They're going to say that puck's alive. Ipson's there first. He bangs it around, near side. Up and ahead. Lembke's there. Little poke from the goalie as he skates by. Golas on the forecheck. Militia moves ahead. Lembke there. Picked up by Emmons. Puck just squirted free, and so they're going to say it's offside. Face-off outside the zone.
Yeah, that was close. That was a close call. Ryan did a good job poking the puck and didn't get a chance to see where the referee was. He was behind him, so went after the play. Looking good. So good sustained pressure from Cherokee Trail.
Yep, I like it. Tucker steps to the dot, wins it. Picked up by Sharkey, and he'll put it into the zone. That's onside. Puck's alive. Kukic down there on the forecheck. Shot, save, rebound, loose, behind the net. Ref couldn't get out of the way fast enough. Wheeled forward by the Militia. Pushed wide by Wisman. To the point and out of the zone. Battle. Kukic comes out. Gets to the neutral zone. Here come the Militia. Onside play. Watch that backside. Sharkey sees him. Circling, front side shot. Doesn't get through. Bouncing puck. Shot, save. Oh, they're going to call a hook. Guy clamped down. Shot, save. They latched down on Sharkey's stick, but they're going to call it a hook.
Yeah, Michael's standing tall there. A couple of good shots, and he sealed off that post.
So Carter's going to go to the box, I think, for a hook. Their guy grabbed onto his stick and didn't let go, and that's how you draw a penalty. So special teams opportunity for the Cougars.
Yep. Ice this early and often, force the Militia to go back and pick up that puck and restart over and over again.
And that'll do. They retreat back. Sullivan's there to pressure. His stick on the ice. He has a knack for this sort of thing. They come around near side. They move ahead with speed. Onside play. Far side to the point. Backside.
Good play.
Well read and pushed down the ice. First 30 seconds of the penalty out. Samador now will be the one man in. They'll sit behind the cage, pick it up, and go the far side with it. Misdirection from the Militia. With speed into the zone, they put it deep. Ipson will get there. And he puts it off the boards and up, but not yet out. And this time Samador gets it out. Nope, still in. Back behind the cage. Griffiths, for sure, will get it up and out. Strong stick there from Dakota. Halfway through the PK. Their goalie will wrap it around the near side. Logan Samador is there to press. He pokes it by their guy. He'll harass him all the way back down. Out of way, Samador.
It's a good way to kill off some ticks is to get down there in their zone and kill it off.
It is. Now here come the Militia. Onside play. Push wide by Dakota. Griffiths bumps him off the puck. Pokes it by another behind the net. Ipson. Loose puck behind the net. Dakota to the point. Shot. Wide. Oh, boy. Puck to the near point. They walk up. Far side, top of the circle. Near point. Shot. Save. Rebound. Cleared away by Griffiths. Through traffic. Good save. Got to get that puck up and out. The final moments of the penalty kill. D to D, near side. They walk in. Shot. Save. Loose. Still loose. Save. Save. Rebound. Save again. Save again. No. Oh, they're going to call it a goal. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, little cleaning up the garbage in front. When that puck gets down into the blue paint as a defenseman, you kind of just got to put your hockey stick at about chest level and just mow. Just put people on their can and wait to sort out the bodies later. But here we go, 2-1 game now. 2-1
game. That was well defended by everybody. So here we go. Face-off, center ice. Militia trying to decide if they're going to play with 5 or 4. Golas at the dot. Let's go now. Face-off contested. Moved back now by the Militia. They go D to D with it. Poked away by Finn. Up to the point. Kept in, put back down low. Back up high. Finn has it. Moves ahead to Lembke. By one guy and another. Skates to space. Shot. Wide. Far side. Golas is there. They bang it up, but not yet out. Well played there by Alfie. Down low. Shot. Save. And their goalie holds on. Good effort there by the Cougars.
Mm-hmm. Good shot by Alfieri there. I almost want to see, would love to see those shots be a little bit lower. You get a little chaos in front of the net. You put it off of his pads, but you put it right in his catcher's mitt, and you're not going to see much slop.
Yep. But that'll do. Offensive zone. Tucker, face-off. Pushed behind the cage by their guy. Kukic will press. So will Emmons. Militia will look to break out. Puck squirts free. Alfie's there. Forecheck coming hard. To Tucker. Up and out. To Emmons. He'll backhand it down low. Kukic will pursue. Into the corner. Up and out. Ipson has it. Lets his guys clear and puts it back in. Emmons will go press on the forecheck. Puck comes free into the zone. Ipson's there. Forecheck coming. Ipson checks his shoulder. Moves it behind the net to the near side to Carter. Forechecker there. Will battle with Sharkey. Ipson comes out with it. And he'll give it a little backhand up. And ahead we go. Kukic with speed at the blue line. Towards the net. Save. And frozen. And an offensive zone faceoff forthcoming. Let's go now.
You know, pucks at the net, even if the goalie catches it right in his catcher's mitt, gives you an offensive zone faceoff, and we'll take a lot of those.
I agree.
Sullivan, Jennings, Samador, Hudson, Ipson, and Noah Wisman on the far side defenseman.
Yep. Shot off the blocker into the netting, and we'll do it again. Jennings stepping there to the dot. And once more, they boot a centerman out of the faceoff. Faceoff won by Jennings. Put back down low by Sullivan. Picked up by Samador. Little hook there. No call, no problem. Shot chipped up into the corner. Working down low is Samador. To Sullivan. Poked away, and here come the Militia down the ice at the red line. Wide, Wisman pushes them wide towards the net. Pass up and out, and they'll have to regroup. Sullivan presses. Jennings is there. Pushes it forward. Out of way, Chandon. Help at the slot from Sullivan. To the point, Wisman. Shot, tip, save, rebound, push the boards. Chipped up, but not, just barely out. Just out of play. That puck will come to the neutral zone. Right idea. Just missed the glass.
Wisman hitting Solomon Kim, who was wide open, but unfortunately was on the bench at the time.
Golas to take the face-off at the far dot with Lembke and Finn. Won by the Militia. Pressed by Finn. They go D to D. And try to come D to D again. Golas is there with them. They move it up near boards. They go back, cross ice, open it up. Move with speed at the red line and the blue line. Dump down low. Sharkey will be there. Forechecker on his back. And there it is, a nice lob wedge from Lembke. That puck's alive. Sharkey plays it off their guy into the zone. They got tangled up. Comes free to Finn behind the cage. To the point. They try to poke it by Griffiths. Good footwork there from Dakota, but the puck comes free to the neutral zone. Chipped. Back check there. Griffiths got it. Puts it right back into the zone. Pursuit from Golas. Centering pass didn't get through. Puck up high. Onside play. Lembke. Shot blocked by their guy. Lembke to the corner. Centering pass. Redirected by their guy behind the cage. Puck at the far outside of the circle. Finn is right there. Good battle. Physical play. That's all the way down the ice. That's going to be on net. Nope, it's not. Michael seals that post, lets it get safely by for icing, and he'll get the offensive zone face-off. Smart play by the Tendy. Had it sealed just in case it decided to take a hard left, as we've seen it do before.
Those puck gremlins, they can be nasty sometimes. 7:12 left in the second period here, and as Dean Gartelos takes a second to wet his whistle.
Tucker wins the face-off. Shot just wide. Near boards. Puck up to the neutral zone. Kukic is back to it first. Forecheck coming. Goes D to Alfieri. Alfieri comes back to Ipson, who comes ahead to Kukic, who moves it forward. Militia hops the pass. They move in. Onside play. Emmons chips it back out of the zone. Militia tries to move ahead with it. They do, but Alfie has it. Pump fake. Pays for it, though. Militia steps to it. Put back outside. Good defensive play. Oh, boy. Top of the circle. Shot through traffic. Save. Save again. And a kid.
Michael fighting off the onslaught here.
Let's go. Puck up and out, up and out. Nope, kept in. Oh, there, they call that as they should. Go have a seat. Now let's get to the power play and make it count. Easy call for the ref to make. Happy to see Alfie pop up, no worse for the wear. Offensive zone faceoff, power play opportunity. And it looks like we're going to see Sharkey, Jennings, Samador, Lembke, and Sullivan. Samador, face-off, gets booted from the dot. Jennings steps in. Wins it to the boards, to Sullivan. Back to the point to Sharkey. He walks it. Back to Sullivan, top of the circle. Shot, save, rebound. And they bang it down the ice. Sharkey will retreat back to gather it. They have one guy come with him. Sullivan's with him. Carter moves it ahead to Samador. Skates through a stick. Goes wide, sets it up. Up high circling, near side to Sharkey. Down low to Jennings. Shot! Oh, good rip. Good save by their guy. Looked like he had 5-hole there. Just missed it. Face-off near dot, inside the zone.
Yeah, we just saw in the last game that Shannon Jennings is certainly capable of picking that top 6 square inch hole in the upper right corner from the near side. So
kid can
not a
snipe.
bad shot.
Yeah, kid can snipe. Samador steps to the dot, wins it back to Sharkey. Gets dumped for the effort. Sullivan, backside shot, and that's a goal! Power play goal. Chandon Jennings, top shelf where mommy hides the cookies. And as if on cue, Jeremy, he buries it, finds the hole, and puts the biscuit in the basket, and that'll make it 3-1 Cougars.
Yeah, I'm going to put the crystal ball away now. I batted 1,000, so I don't see the need to go for anything further.
Hey, if they're going to take penalties like that, you make them pay for it, and I like to see it. Let's go now.
Taking a read of the body language on the benches, see a lot of activity on the Cherokee Trail side. Guys are happy. Guys have their heads up. Kind of dead on the other side of the ice. I think they're seeing the trend not going their direction on the visitor side of the ice.
Well, let's keep it going. Don't give them anything to get excited about. Griffiths will put it in to the corner, onside play. 5:15 remain in this second period. Griffiths will retreat back to gather it in. Tape to Golas. Little sticky puck there. Militia grabs it, moves in on sides, runs into his own guy. Puts it in, but not deep. Ipson's there. Up and out. Militia gathers it in. Down low. Ipson's right there. Good patient play by Hudson. To the point. They walk it. Shot coming. Nope. Top of the circle. Shot. Save. Cleared away. That'll do. And they're going to call Dakota and their guy chirping. Got to kill the penalty here. I didn't see what caused it. But no matter, special teams opportunity once more. I see Kukic, Wisman, Sharkey, Sullivan, Samador. Wait a minute. That's too many. Sullivan, Sharkey, Samador, Wisman. For 2 minutes.
Yeah, Griffiths better be careful. They're going to start charging him rent if he keeps going in the penalty box like that.
Shot. Doesn't get through. Save. Rebound to the corner. Boy, dangerous play there. Again, they walk up, pull it up. They miss the 1T. Puck on the near boards. To the point. Shot. Save. Tip right at the last second. Got enough on it. Get it away out of the net. Keep going. They chip it by Samador. Back at the point. Walk to the high slot. Stick handle through. Shot. Missed the net. Backside. To the front corner. Shot. Save. Rebound. Picked up by Wisman. Up, but not yet out. Still in. Come on, get that puck out of the zone, boys. Up and out, up and out. Down low. Militia coming hard. Sharkey behind the net. Halfway through the PK. Puck to the far side. All the way to the near side. Shot. Save. And no rebound. Gartelos there. Squared it up. Kept it in. 56 seconds remain in the PK. We'll get some fresh legs. I see Ipson, Jennings, and Kukic come in with Sharkey. Let's go now. Jennings will step to the dot. Shot. Outside the net.
Near side of the net. I don't think Michael had a good look at that one, though.
Nope, through traffic. It was outside, so that'll do. Militia will try to set it up again. Through traffic, save, rebound, loose, still loose, save again! Sharkey behind the net, gives it a ride to the far side. Boy, funny bounce, uh-oh. Shot, save, picked up. Sharkey moves it ahead, Kukic. Ipson behind the net. Backhands it forward to Jennings, kept in. Sharkey gathers behind the cage, their guy right on his back, and he will put it off the glass and out of the zone. Out of way, Carter, all the way down the ice. Boy, that got exciting, Griff, but nothing doing. The waning moments of the PK. Kukic will press. Here come the Militia. Penalty over. Penalty killed. Cougars, full strength. Puck in the neutral zone. They're offsides. They put it in deep. What? Apparently not offsides. They play on. Golas is there. Wheels near side to Kukic. To the point. They battle at the boards here. Militia comes out with it. High slot. Shot, save, turned aside. Sharkey up and out and down the ice. Is that going to be icing? No sign from anybody but a whistle, so it is icing. Inside 2 minutes now in the period. Defensive zone faceoff forthcoming. That was a nice kill, Jeremy. More excitement than I care for.
Yeah, that was a good kill. And Carter Sharkey just saying, all right, I've had enough of this. I'm ready to get off the ice after spending a good probably minute 15 of that last penalty kill out on the ice. Good job by everybody. A little bit of bending, but no breaking.
Yep. Golas. Shot. Doesn't get through. Hash marks. Great defensive work there. Up and out. Forecheck from Dreeling. Alfie puts it right back from whence it came.
Yeah, he was over the red line, though.
Wrong side of the red line, so that'll give us a defensive zone faceoff. 1:30 remain in this period. Defensive zone, Samador, Jennings, Sullivan, Griffiths, and Sharkey.
Yeah, so minute 30 here. Boys got to tighten it down, make sure nothing happens here. You don't want to make a mistake the last minute and a half of the period.
Puck up and out. Jennings stays with it to
Oh,
Sullivan
pass.
by himself. Shot, save. Boy, he gets buried by their guy. No call. No problem. Keep playing hockey. Militia will carry it up and out. All the way in. That puck's alive behind the cage. Sharkey's there. Push to the boards. Carter plays it to Jennings. Gets away from pressure, puts it behind the net to Griffiths. Dakota plays it up the boards and into the neutral zone. Mountain Militia right off Sharkey's shin guard, and ahead he comes with it. Sullivan to the corner, fast clock on the wall, centering pass at the hash marks. Sharkey, wow.
Yeah, he's just a force to be reckoned with out there today.
He really is.
30 seconds left in the period here.
Jennings into the zone.
They're going to call it an ice.
And they're going to call that icing. 23 seconds. Defensive zone faceoff. Fresh legs, Kukic, Emmons, Tucker, Alfieri, and Ipson. Tucker at the dot. And they will boot the face-off man again.
The Mountain Militia wing looking up and kind of disappointed in himself, but man, the circle's just painted right there on the ice for you to find.
Right towards the net, bouncing puck, frozen by their goalie. Offensive zone face-off, 12.9 seconds now in this period. Let's go. Enough time for a face-off win, a shot, and a goal. That's my call, Jeremy.
Are you borrowing my crystal ball?
As best I can.
All right, let's see how it goes.
Tucker steps to the dot. Wins it to the hash marks, but chipped ahead. They try to go wide towards the net, post sealed. 1 second, and that will do it. Boy, that got exciting. But good back check effort there. Good effort by the goalie to get the post sealed. And that will do it for period number 2. It is 3-1 Cougars after 2. And it has been a battle, but one these Cougars are up to. Proud of the way they've competed thus far. We'll get some fresh ice. Little love and respect from the goalies at center ice. We'll get some ice made, and we'll be back at it here shortly. Griff, what do you see out of period number 2?
I don't know. Period 2, the Mountain Militia definitely had some opportunities, and then Michael just answering the call every turn. I like the flow. The pace is still looking pretty good. The penalties are going to happen. Had one on I think Sharkey that period, one on Griffiths. But we successfully killed them off, and I didn't think at any time there were some times that were exciting, but Michael, like I said, is tracking the puck pretty well. I just don't think that there's anything to panic about here. 2-goal lead coming into the third period. This is not a bad place to be.
Yeah, I agree. Everything in our favor, but we got to finish this thing strong and clean and get it after it. So we're going to let them make some ice. We'll spare you our voices for a few minutes. We'll be back at it soon for period number 3. All right. Fresh ice made. Jeremy, the beginning of period number 3, you know what that means, my friend.
Is it time?
It is time.
All right.
It's only weird if it doesn't work.
It's only weird if it doesn't work. So straight from, because we've done it the last 2 games, here it is, the call tones for the Strange Brew, Doug and Bob McKenzie broadcast.
Period number 3. Period Pitter patter. Let's get at her. 1 period, and then the rest of your life, boys. Finish strong, finish smart, and finish clean. And this game is yours. Face off here. Samador, Jennings, Sullivan, Sharkey, Alfieri. One back by Samador. Alfie will pick it up, gets the red line, moves it forward towards the net, and the goalie will cover it. His defenseman deflected it again, Jeremy. And the goalie looks up and lets him know.
Yeah, asking, hey, what's the matter? Don't you like me? So 7 seconds before the first offensive scoring opportunity for Cherokee Trail here. I would like for it to be another 7 seconds before that puck finds the back of the net.
Face-off is contested now, picked up by Samador. All the way to the far side. Sullivan will go to it. Banged up. Sharkey will keep it in. Shot wide. Puck to the corner. Jennings, Samador. Back down to Jennings. To the corner. Samador will pursue. Militia comes out with it. They'll wheel behind the cage. Pressure from Jennings. Puck to the neutral zone, picked up by Sharkey. Still outside. Now it's in. Puck's alive. Militia will gather it in. Samador will press. They'll put it up and out. Picked up by Sullivan. Alfieri will put it in deep. Pressure from Samador. Out away Logan. Sullivan moves it behind the net. Finn will pursue. Up and out, kept by Sharkey. Crossways to Samador, onside play. Drops it for Sullivan. Shot up over the cage. Far boards, they move it ahead. Where Griffiths awaits with an open stick, takes a step. A little shove in the back, but not before he gets it in deep. Goalie will settle it behind the cage. Pressure from Finn. Chipped up, but not out. Now it's pushed out. Once more, Griffiths will put it in. Puck's alive. Pressure from Golas, and they will just decide to throw it down the ice and ice it. And that'll give us an offensive zone face-off.
Yeah, you can tell they didn't like the way that shift was going, so they decided, all right, let's get ourselves a whistle and a 50-50 puck here.
Take the offensive zone. Lembke's there with Golas and Finn. And I see Griffiths and Ipson on the blue line. Puck to the corner. Behind the net. Near side. To the corner again. Swept free. Onside play. Militia pull up. Centering pass. Shot.
That was the end of his knob.
Hey, that's a lacrosse save. Kid used to do it all the time on the field. That'll do. Keep working now. Get that puck up and out. Puck flopping around. Too close to the net. Behind the cage, near side. They hit the brakes. Gola stays with them. Centering pass. Doesn't get through. Still loose, though. Puck up and out. Carried forward by Lembke. That puck's alive. Goalie will settle it. Put it to the corner. Militia goes wide.
Good poke.
Poked away. Sharkey moves in with speed. Shot, save, rebound, loose, backside. Save again. Missed the net. Boy, that wide open cage. That's all right. Keep working. Sharkey down to the corner. Pulls up. Good pass up to Wisman. Shot, save, and the goalie holds on. Good sequence there for these Cougars, Jeremy.
Yeah, and Kukic was there with a place setting, a napkin tucked in his collar, all ready to eat up those rebounds that were coming from that shot from Wisman. If the goalie didn't eat that one up, there was going to be a puck in the back of the net for sure.
For sure, and more of that, please. Tucker steps to the dot. Kukic, shot, just wide, puck to the far boards. Sharkey stops it, still in. Tucker possesses, turns back in, shot, save, rebound, loose. Emmons still with it, to the point to Wisman. Back down to Tucker. Austin comes out with it behind the cage. Goes wide. Down to Emmons. Oh, boy. Good idea there. Pushed away by the D. Militia's going to try it. Up and out. They open up the ice. Crossways pass. Militia's in. Onside play. They put it to the far corner. Good stick check there. Puck kept in just at the blue line. Onto Sharkey's stick. Moves it ahead to Kukic. He's got Emmons on the backside. Goes wide. Shot. Just wide. Near boards now. They move it ahead. Ipson's ahead of the play. Samador picks it up. Moves it ahead. Boy, they like that extra swipe after the play's gone, Jeremy. I'm not a fan of that brand of hockey. They settle behind their cage. Jennings there. So Samador. Reels it in. And he'll put it in deep. Forecheck from Jennings.
Cherokee Trail just playing a nice, simple game here.
There it is. Slot shave. Loose. Still loose. And that's a goal! Cherokee Trail goal. You could feel it building. You can only keep it out so long. And that'll make it 4-1 Cougars.
I was just saying, they're playing a no-nonsense game, making sure to keep the puck 200 feet away from their net. And one quick turnover, pass through the middle of the slot, and all of a sudden chaos ensues. And we're able to find the loose puck and tuck it home.
Puck in the back of the net. I'm not sure who had it. I think it was Sullivan that popped out of the pile.
I think that was the last man to touch it.
Away. Face off. Brady with the puck gets the red line and the blue line with speed. Into the corner. Pass up, centering. Put to the corner by the D.
Cherokee Trail playing a 2-3 pinch. They got two guys down low chasing the puck and wreaking havoc. And then the defense have a automatic green light to pinch and step up on the boards if the pass comes to the wings.
It has worked well thus far.
Yeah, they're keeping their foot on the gas.
Good battle here on the boards. Down low now. Alfie reels it in. Moves it up and out. Pressure now from Samador. Open the ice up. Militia move ahead. They put it back in deep. Puck behind the cage. Forecheck is right there. So is Lembke and Griffiths. Oh boy, behind the net. To the near point. Shot. Doesn't get through. Blocked by Samador. Shot again. Tip. Save. And that's a goal. Had the first one, not the second. And that'll make it 4-2.
Yep, that's those dirty rebounds. Just get that puck to the net and wait for the greasy one. But again, Cherokee Trail playing that 200-foot game, trying to just keep the puck 200 feet away from their net. Unfortunately, first opportunity they got goes in the net. So, and Michael actually had the first save. It was just that rebound that was sitting at the back post got poked in.
Yep. Almost got it too, but we say not quite doesn't count. Just barely is just fine. So let's go. Next goal will be big. It's got to be for the Cougars.
Yep.
Shoveled in by Finn. He's there. Puck up the near boards. Militia carries it into the zone. And there's a whistle. I think it's going to be icing. Is that it, Jeremy? I didn't see. They must not have possessed.
That's the call. And a lot of chirping going on from the far side of the ice. Not quite sure where it's coming from, but
I think it's the dark jerseys.
Yeah, not a fan of the defensive zone face-off, but that's all right.
Let's go. Golas at the dot. Pushes it forward and presses. Behind the cage. Takes a shove from the goalie. Puck comes free. That's down the ice. That's alive. Griffiths is there. Forecheck coming hard. Dakota moves it to the boards. Finn's right there with them. Sharkey picks their pocket. Stick handles through. Gets held by their guy. Still skates through it. Puck up and out of the zone. Pressure from Lembke. Little sauce up ahead. They can't get by Griffiths. He moves it ahead to Lembke. Onside play. Chips it forward. He'll pursue on the forecheck. Little shove in the back from the goalie as he skates by. Boy, you can't pass a blue jersey without getting pushed. It's a brand of hockey. Puck up, kaboom. Bouncing puck at the top of the circle. Ipson swats it forward. Down behind the net. They finally call it. It's about time. Kind of nonsense has to stop. Just play hockey. Power play forthcoming. Got to make them pay for it.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you saw cleanly what happened, but Lembke was coming out of the corner and did not alter his stride, got carried right into the goaltender and knocked him down, and their defenseman, as could be expected, gave him a good cross-check in the back and got called for it. So, the opportunity here created thanks to the desire to protect the goaltender on the Mountain Militia's part.
Face-off one. Crossways to Jennings. To the point to Sharkey. Down to Jennings. Far side to Sullivan. He'll go behind the cage. Chips it to Jennings. To the high slot to Sharkey. Two guys press. Over to Sullivan. Traffic. Shot. Save. And into the netting. Good look there through traffic. Good save by their goalie.
Jennings was backdoor and wants to go have a chat with Brady about why he didn't get that pass through.
A lot of traffic. I'm not sure if he saw him. So that'll give us an offensive zone face-off. Samador, Lembke, Sharkey, Jennings, and Sullivan. Samador at the dot. To the boards. Sullivan down low to Lembke. Off the boards to Sullivan. Up high to Sharkey. He'll walk it. Backside one time behind the net. Militia's there. They'll chip it up and down the ice. That puck's alive. It's a foot race. Their guy's going to get there first. Sharkey right with them. Both of them skated by the puck. I think Sharkey checked his stick. That'll do. And here we go with speed. Samador at the blue line. Onside play. Kept in by Sullivan. To Sharkey. Shot. Samador blocked. Backside.
Oh, what a save.
Boy. Good save by their goalie. Puck behind the net. Picked up by Jennings. Nope. They try to give it a ride up and down. They don't get it out. Kept in by Sharkey. At the dot. Shot. And that's a goal! Power play goal! Logan Samador. Top shelf where mommy hides the cookies.
Okay, so a little extra going on after the goal. We do get the goal, but Shannon Jennings, 27, is going to be going off for saying something to their goaltender after the goal was scored.
Well,
so we will be shorthanded.
You hate to see that. 5-2 lead the Cougars, but we're going to go shorthanded. So I like that power play goal. CT bench is going to call a timeout, and I think that's a good idea. Gather the team in and have some words about how to finish this game. But 5-2 lead the Cougars. I thought they called a timeout.
No,
I guess
no timeout called, just changing personnel.
Oh, that'll do. Thank you. Special teams, face-off one by Samador. Ipson will backhand it to the neutral zone. Militia will retreat back. Samador's with them. They will dump it in behind the cage. Alfie's there, checks his shoulder. Forecheck on top of him. Alfie comes out with it and pushes it up and out. Pressure from Samador. Kid can fly. I love that motor from Logan. He's done it all season. Gets dumped over by their guy. No call, no problem. Get up and play hockey. And he does. And the Militia will try it again. They get the red line. Cross ice. They retreat back. Kukic harassing. Out of way, Emilio pushes it deep. Halfway through the penalty kill. Militia moves it ahead. Sharkey ahead of the play. Grabs it. Moves it in. Poked away by the Militia. They move in. Sharkey right with them on the back check. Well played, Carter. And then down the ice, the puck goes from Kukic. Goalie will settle it behind his own cage. Militia look to break out. Ahead into the zone. They got two guys. We got to get back. Griffiths is there, forces it behind the net. Sullivan bangs it up and down the ice. The final 30 seconds of the PK. Their goalie will settle it one more time. They wheel with speed. Lembke's there. Possessed by Sullivan. Ahead on net. Settled by their goalie. 10 seconds remain in the PK. They settle behind their own cage. They can take all the time they want back there. The waning moments. Penalty over. Penalty killed. Cougars full strength. Puck in the zone though. Up and out please. Griffiths does just that. Up and out to Sullivan into the zone. They push it around the far side. Tucker's ahead of it. Militia will try. They get the red line. Down low. Off the backboards. End boards. Puck at the wall. Up and out. Sharkey gets it deep. Four of their guys there. We get a change. 5:30 remain in this contest. Militia get the red line. They dump it in deep. Puck behind the net. Oh boy.
Funny bounce.
Funny bounce. Michael watched it the whole way, had the post sealed, got that big mitt down, says, no, let's get a whistle instead. And that'll do.
Some shenanigans there. Just, you know, the little things in the game that you watch and just crack you up. So 92 on the Mountain Militia was the one that was aggressively over there by Michael. Dakota standing between Michael and that guy. And Dakota looks away. The guy taps him on his left shoulder,
Shot.
then ducks around to the right side. It was pretty funny.
Oh, boy.
Good save, Austin.
Tucker, good block. Here we go. That got exciting, but nothing doing. Up and out, please. Nope, still in. Slot, backside. There we go, up and out.
We're at the 5-minute mark, ladies and gentlemen. We are 5 minutes away.
Shot, blocked, up to Kukic with speed, with Emmons.
Ruh-roh. Little miscommunication
Kukic
there.
down low. To the slot! Oh boy,
What a
good
pass.
opportunity there. Keep going. Militia play to the neutral zone. Wisman's there, gathers it in. Up to Kukic, tape to tape, to Emmons. Boy, they got no problem finishing checks. And I get it. Actually, that's a legal play, so it is physical, though. Here come the Militia.
They sound worse than they hurt, by
True.
the way.
Shot, tipped, save, and covered. No rebound. Looked like maybe they were going to pull it out, but Gartelos said, uh-uh. Face-off near dot. 4:15 remains in this contest.
Are we missing a defenseman?
Maybe.
I see Sharkey. I see.
Puck ahead. Finn's there. Sharkey
Nope, we got
and
Alfieri
Wisman. Nope, it's Alfie.
Yeah.
Sharkey behind the cage. Pressure coming. He moves away from it off the wall to Finn. Chips it by another into the neutral zone. Picked up by Sharkey. Here we go. 81 into the zone. Front side shot, save, and that's a goal! Oh, captain, my captain, ×3. That's the Hattie for number 81. 6-2, lead the Cougars. That's what I'm talking about. Gartelos there to meet him says, Carter, atta-way. Now let's go finish this thing.
That's the Hattie for the captain. Came blazing down on the near side boards. Unloads a shot, got tipped by the defenseman, and the knuckle puck gets by the goaltender on the glove side.
Face-off, contested, still contested. Puck at our feet, Militia moves in. Poked up but not out. Militia moves in towards the net behind the cage, near side. 3:30 now. Tick, tick, tick. Puck loose. Shot doesn't get through. Alfie chipped up the glass but not out. Militia comes out with it. Lots of traffic. To the boards. To the point. That's out of the zone. They'll have to clear. Lembke will pursue. Finn right on top of him. Shot. Wide. Near boards. Alfie right there with their guy. Golas joins. Put back to the corner. Boy. They play on. Puck to the far boards. Shot. Blocked.
Good
Near
job,
boards
Lemke.
now. Good play by Lembke.
Yeah, you hear the taps from the bench from the boys appreciating that willingness to sacrifice the body.
You know, this is a selfless squad, Griff. We've seen it all season, but never more so than this weekend. Jennings shot, and the goalie holds on. They are a team-first bunch of guys.
Yeah, they've got their eye on the prize. 2.5 minutes away. 2:33 left on the clock. 2.5 minutes away. They've got their eye on the prize. They're focused and up by 4. So as long as the boys maintain that focus, maintain their cool, there's always the opportunity in high school hockey. These are teenage boys for some kind of shenanigans to
Here
happen.
they come down the ice right towards the net. Backside. And that's a goal. 2-0, and just like that, down the ice. Good play by their guy. 2:24 remain in this game. Don't count chickens here, fellas. Let's get after it, Cougars.
No, maintain focus. That pass came to a guy that was breaking behind him, behind the defense.
Yep.
So,
You got to expect him to do that.
Yep. The coach now shouting instructions to the goaltender. So I'll be looking for him to be coming out of the net here probably in the next 10 to 20 seconds if they get an offensive zone.
That's right, if they possess. Sullivan moves it ahead into the zone. Samador's there, so is Griffiths. Up to the neutral zone. Jennings is there. Bangs it off the boards into the zone. Samador's right on top of him. They look to break out. Into the zone they come. Goalie makes his way to the bench. Ipson's there in the corner. Samador picks it up.
Yep, empty net now, empty net.
The extra attacker on our stick to Jennings. Gets the red line. Towards the net. Their guy's ahead of it. Stops it. Pressed by Sullivan. He continues to press. Back behind the net. 1:40 in this contest. 6-3 lead the Cougars. Into the zone. Onto Hudson's stick. Ipson. They press. And he gives it a 7-iron. But it'll go into almost to his dad. Okay.
Gets back to the bench with some comedic commentary from his teammates asking what he was doing. 1:25 left on the clock here as we tick our way around. It looks like a timeout called by the Mountain Militia.
Yep. Tick, tick, tick. The crowd goes wild for Corey Ipson. Cougars are at the bench, talking it over with the coaches. I like the smiles there, but I'd like to see focus as well.
85 seconds is all we need. 85 seconds of focus, 85 seconds of concentration, 85 seconds of winning the race. And if you don't win the race, you got to win the battle. That's all hockey is races and battles.
It is indeed. And I like these 5 guys that leave the bench. Samador, Sullivan, Jennings, Sharkey, Alfieri, Gartelos. Let's go now. Finish strong, finish smart, finish clean. Samador steps to the dot. Face-off won by the Militia. Net is empty on the far side. Puck all the way across. They were only playing with 5. They get a 6th into the game now.
Mental error there.
Puck up and out. Samador on a stick to Jennings. And that, he missed it. Damn. Pardon my, here we go. Militia come the other way. Jennings will get another shot
bite
at it.
The apple.
Batted out by their guy. The fast clock on the wall.
I'm sure he won't hear anything about that in the locker room.
Not at all, I'm confident. Militia moved with speed at center ice. Pushed wide. Nice pick play set up by their guy. Centering pass. Well played by Alfie. Tied up their stick. Bouncing puck at the hash marks. Sharkey backhands it down the ice. Spinning towards the net.
4.
Curled away. That'll be icing. 29.2 ticks on the clock.
Yeah.
Defensive zone draw.
A little too much English on the puck.
You saw that spin.
Yeah.
He did bend it like Beckham. Just the wrong way away from the cage.
29.2 left. Still up by 3. Still wanting a little bit of focus.
I'll take a lot of focus. And they're going to say you're not allowed to change.
Which is interesting because we're the home team.
Yeah, you would think. But what do I know? They're going to say, Samador, you can't face off, so Lembke will step in. Lembke, Jennings, Alfieri, Samador, and Sharkey. Shot through traffic, doesn't get through. Messi in front of the net, high slot, shot coming. Save, rebound, loose, still loose. Picked up by Samador and thrown down the ice. And that'll be icing. 14.6 ticks of the clock remain. That was a mass of humanity in the slot, Griff.
There was a lot of bodies there. There's a lot of bodies. The puck was going to have to go through a lot of meat to get to the net.
So one more face-off. Here we go. Golas, Lembke, Ipson, Jennings, Sharkey.
Key draw here.
Kyle
Good
wins
win.
it. Sharkey down the ice.
Oh.
Almost. That was 3 ticks. 11.1 now.
Just wide, and the referee out of neutral in the neutral zone had to be on his spot to move his hips out of the way because that was coming heat with some heat.
It's an agile move by the zebra, like a gazelle.
Little swivel hips.
Golas again at the dot.
Key face off, and the blue center gets kicked out again. So let's see if they put in. Yeah, they put in another center that is on the ice for the 6 extra attacker.
Face off loose, picked up Ipson, and he will throw it to the net. And that will do it. That's a goal. Hudson Ipson.
Nope, that's
Nope,
Lembke.
it was Lembke from way downtown. That will make it 7-3 with 6.5 seconds left. And that'll do. They're going to win this thing, Jeremy.
Yeah, they're going to just run the clock out now. They're just calling it good.
Fine by me. And that is a championship victory, and they gather with the goalie to celebrate. And there it is.
Nice.
I could not be more happy for this group of student athletes and the work they've put in through the season and through the weekend to see it pay off like this.
Yeah, good group of guys there. You can see all the players. What's interesting is they come from different schools. You got guys that play that go to Cherry Creek. There's a couple that go to Grandview here, but all comrades on the ice, and a lot of these guys grew up playing together in the same youth hockey league. So
teammates at one time or another, and there's 2 of my favorites. And there it is. Now, the best tradition in all the sports, the hockey handshake line. And you respect the game, you respect your opponent, and you say, well battled. And some respect here from the goaltenders and the team as they meet at center ice. You say, hey, good, hard battle, well fought, nicely done. Have a safe drive home. Oh, Griff, I could not be happier for these guys.
yeah, I can tell you're a little charged up. Glad to see it. Michael came through, played a solid game, contributed to the victory here in the end. I gotta say, if I had to pick one player that stood out this entire game, it would be Carter Sharkey.
Carter Sharkey.
Yeah,
100%.
He just kind of at times when he was on the ice just said, "Nope, I want the puck more than you do, and I'm going to take it away, and there's nothing you can do about it."
That's exactly right. You have a kid who leads from all aspects, and he did it on the ice today.
Yeah. Which, by the way, doesn't take anything away from these other kids. Everybody played a part in these in this game. You know, getting the puck, making sure they're adhering to the game plan, getting over the red line, getting the puck deep, making sure they're back checking, staying high, staying above the puck in the offensive zone, so that no defensive rushes or no offensive rushes are allowed for the opposing team.
Couldn't agree more. I said it earlier, and we've seen it all weekend and all season. This is a selfless group of guys. And they put team first, and when you do that, good things happen. And so they should enjoy this moment. There is no better way to celebrate Mother's Day than to bring a ship home to your mom. Oh, man.
Love to see the smiles on these guys' faces.
Absolutely.
They do not have a PA system, so we have a strong-lunged individual who's going to announce the players for the Mountain Militia.
Hard fought. And they'll announce each of the rosters by name.
Yeah, it looks like the boys get a runner-up hat to take home.
And they'll go through and get the consolation hats to the Militia. And well battled by those guys. They played through the hard side of the bracket, or the other side of the bracket, to get here. And they beat some good teams to do it.
Yeah, when you get to high school hockey, I mean, there are no bad teams out here. All these guys have played somewhere. They've grown up playing and have probably played for over a decade. So there are no boys out here that have not put the work in off the ice, on the ice, in the classroom to make sure they're here and able to compete.
That's exactly right. You don't get to this level without that amount of dedication. And to see that pay off for our Cougars is a happy, happy thought.
Yeah. And behind every player here on the ice, you've got moms, dads, brothers, sisters who are all making sacrifices, helping get them to practice on time, sometimes 6 in the morning, right? Being a little late to work, leaving work early, taking travel trips to help these boys get to where they are in their competitive game.
Absolutely, and doing extra work to pay for it and all the things. I think that's one of the things that I love about hockey is it is truly a family endeavor. It's a team endeavor.
Mm-hmm. And that says nothing to mention the coaches, the Cherokee Trail coaches who have sacrificed a lot of time to be with their family, their friends. They didn't have to do this. They don't have any vested interest. They don't have a kid on the team. They don't have, they could be anywhere, but they chose to be here with this group of kids and help get them, help increase their game, elevate their game, provide them the same song sheet to play off of, and ultimately end up on top of the league here.
Congratulations to the Mountain Militia. And the champions, Cherokee Trail Cougars.
Got to wait for the league director to come back and hand out the hats. The photographer's in place.
21, Andrew Alfieri. Number 44, Ryan Emmons. Number 47, Brady Finn. Number 33, goaltender Michael Gartelos. Number 88, Kyle Golas. Number 41, Dakota Griffiths. Number 16, Hudson Ipson. Number 27, Chandon Jennings. Number 29, Solomon Kim.
No ice time for Solomon in the championship game. He apparently came down with a case of mono.
Yeah. Number 42, Emilio Kukic.
But still wants to be here with the boys.
Number 15, James Lembke. Kenyan Lions. Number 14, Logan Samador. Number 81, the captain, Carter Sharkey. Number 96, Brady Sullivan. Number 55, Austin Tucker. Number 5, Noah Wisman. Number 24, Jacob Dreiling. This is outstanding.
Several other players made appearances throughout the season, too. We had Jamie Frank that came out and played defense for us down in Colorado Springs for a game.
That's right.
Got Cody Fiegwiger coming up to get his championship hat.
Yep.
And Hunter Fiegwiger.
And now that moment for the trophy. Captain's got to go fetch it. Get going, Carter.
Got to pick up the hardware.
Jennings, he calls the assistants up with him. Classy move from our captain. And there it is.
Championship trophy overhead.
Championship trophy. Picture with the captains. Chandon Jennings, Carter Sharkey, Hudson Ipson. Carter will hand it to Hudson. Over to the goalie. Michael raised it up and carried over to the crease. Little help with his lid from Brady. They'll set the net right, and they'll form in front of it for a team pitcher. One more butterfly. Oh, and there they are. Your 2025 High Plains Hockey League champions, the Cherokee Trail Cougars. One's up, fellas. One's up. There can only be one champion. And there's that snapshot frozen in time. Whatever happens in the future, this team together got it done. Something special. And an extra special gift for all the moms here. All the hockey moms here and far, and the hockey grandmas, and the hockey aunts, and all of the people that make this thing work. I get the idea they'd sleep with that trophy if they got the opportunity.
I think so. I think it's they're doing a great job holding their composure, because this is going to turn into a gong show here in just a minute. They're holding their professional composure, not turning into a bunch of crazy people. And then the celebration in the locker room, I'm sure, is going to be somewhat more emphatic than the controlled chaos you see here.
Oh, man, I could not be happier for this group of guys. And now I think you get the seniors together for a championship picture. What a way to close out high school hockey, huh, Griff?
Yeah, not a bad way to finish it out. Calling it good for the High Plains League. The boys get to go and get some rest, put some ice on some wounds, take an ibuprofen, get a little sleep, finish up their finals, and then summer vacation awaits.
Indeed. Griff, I'm never going to get tired of this.
Of what? Winning championships?
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Watching these boys do it together. You see 33 and 41. They spent some quality time together. To have them get a ship here on the ice together, something special.
Yeah. And like this bond is going to last for a long time. These guys are going to see each other years from now on the ice. They're all going to be out of college, old and fat, and playing in the beer league. And they're going to, hey, remember that one year? Remember that one year when we played for Cherokee Trail and we won the championship? Do you remember that? What a time that was. You don't forget these.
No, you sure don't. And like I said, it's a stamped moment in time, and it can never be taken away. And they say greatness, no matter how brief, stays with you. I believe that to be true, and love to see it push these boys on to whatever the next step is, whether it's more hockey, school, work. Take that with you as you carry forward.
These boys did play 2 games today.
Yeah, they did.
And they did have a rambunctious one the day before up in Fort Collins. So maybe the celebration won't be quite as energetic as I think. Maybe these guys are just waiting for a nice hot shower and a chance to lay down.
They're gonna sleep well tonight.
Yep.
But oh man, how great is this?
All kinds of shenanigans on the ice.
Happiness abounds. Oh boy.
I think the parents are enjoying being out on the ice and celebrating as much as the kids are.
Oh, I think that is for sure the truth. Michael. And there it is, the what do you want? I'm taking a picture of you, and you're going to smile for it.
Yeah, a lot of combinations and permutations of photographs taken out there.
Sure.
A bunch of the buddies, a bunch of the pals, guys that grew up together.
Yep. Good stuff.
I don't know that I have anything more that needs to be said.
They don't need to listen to us anymore. This isn't going to make it in. I'll cut it out anyway.
I think we passed awkward a long time ago.
Yeah, we did. I'm good at talking through stuff. I talk too much. Jeremy, thank you so much for doing this with me this season. Ed, thank you for your work behind the camera.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed every minute of it, fellas.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it too. Thanks for having me out here, and I know that we got a lot of comments from parents and distant family members that seem to enjoy the emotion that you put into your broadcast, Dean. So tip of the hat to you as well.
Yeah, I'm a passionate guy. I have my burgundy-colored glasses, as you remind me. But I couldn't be happier for all these student athletes. I see and I know, just like you do, as you mentioned a few minutes ago, the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into this from the time they were awfully young. And so I'm happy to see it pay off this way for them. So until next season, I will say onward and upward.